Hi everybody, welcome back to my podcast, and for those of you who may have stumbled across me, my name's Emma and this is primarily a knitting / crochet podcast. This podcast this week, guys, is going to be so short. I'm so sorry. I've had I'm really struggling at the moment with my health, and my pain levels are not under control. And I don't know about any of you guys in the UK, but here it's been raining and that definitely affects my pain levels as well. And we've had a cracking thunderstorm Saturday night, and we had one Sunday as well. Beautiful. But yeah, all the humidity and that doesn't help my pain at all. So I really have been struggling. What I do want to quickly say is some of you may notice that behind me I have this fella here. Now, my brother married an Australian girl, and they bought us two of these beautiful cushion covers, and I've been fortunate enough to visit Australia once many years ago, 2007 actually. Beautiful country, but I've also managed to make and maintain some very good friendships over there. So what I want to do now, with this in mind, is say hello to a dear friend of mine. So Matty, I am sending you a big hello and a good day, mate. How are you doing? I hope that you find that this podcast makes you smile and that you enjoy your little shout out that I said I'd give you. I'm really sorry for all of those of you that are Australian and don't think much of the accent. But yes, Matthew, hi, and thank you so much to you and your mum tuning in every time there's a podcast. So I put this in especially to think of you and my brother and my lovely sister-in-law, Daniel and Lani and Sharon. Okay, so that's going to stay there. So because of my health being so pants, I haven't actually been able to work on that much because I've got, I think, a frozen shoulder at the moment. I've had one before. It's either arthritis, bursitis or frozen shoulder. It's just so painful at the moment. I'm really struggling with it. And of course that has affected what I've been able to do, and it's driving me nuts to be excuse me, sorry about that. It's driving me nuts, to be honest with you, because being stuck primarily in one room all the time, I like to keep myself busy. Excuse me. So not being able to do that is really frustrating. But I did have a little delivery today. I not long opened it up before I started to record, and I haven't even got it out of the bag. Excuse me. I have asthma and sometimes my voice goes very hoarse. Nay! Sorry. Oh, silly sense of humour again. Ah, dear me, I do hope that made some of you smile. So I said on one of my podcasts that this year I'm really hoping to make as many handmade gifts as possible for maybe wedding anniversaries or just gifts for friends and for family, for those that I love. And one such thing is my lovely mum. I saw this beautiful shawl, and as soon as I saw it, I said to Chris, my husband, I want to make that for mum. So I was able to show her what it was I was intending to make for her, and she requested that I do it in a cream so that it went with most things. I don't have the pattern on hand to show you. But this is the yarn. It's not quite coming up quite right. But it's West Yorkshire Spinners 4-ply, 35% BFL. And it's in the cream. It is in the cream. So, so that is what I'm going to be using. So you never know. Crochet is definitely easier on my arms and my hands. So it could be that I'm going to be doing some of that. Yeah, even though I do flick when I knit. I always used to throw, but I taught myself how to flick through YouTube. I am by no means a very fast knitter, really. I only manage about 39-40 stitches per minute, and that's not a lot compared to a lot of people. But yeah, I've taught myself to flick, which is definitely, I struggle to throw now when I knit. Anyway, I don't know why or how I got onto that, but I'm really looking forward to starting that for my mum. And I use an online shop a lot, which many of you probably know. Love Knitting. I do use them a lot. When I first started using them, it was taking so long for my orders to get here, and they're based in the UK. So I was thinking, what on earth's going on? Why are they taking so long with my order? But it turns out that they're moving warehouses. And it's funny because I ordered this Friday, I think. Friday maybe. Anyway, it's come really quickly in comparison to how long it usually takes me. Oh, I had been working on Beth's jumper, you know, the grey jumper that I'm knitting, one for me and one for a friend. And I actually put a progress keeper on it so that I could show you how much I had done. But it's not in my basket, so I can't show you. Sorry. I have worked on mine a little bit, and I mean a little bit. That's the progress keeper on mine. Oh dear me. I have worked on Bess a lot more, so yeah. But it really has been so hard for me, to be honest. Like I say, it's been doing my head in. Also though, some of you that follow me on Instagram will see that I had a visitor, or we had a visitor, last weekend, and that was my dear friend Eunice, who lives in the Netherlands. I haven't seen her for about 4 or 5 years, so it was so lovely to see her again after all this time. And there are some pictures on Instagram. I may add a few at the end of this just so you can see us. There's one picture of us where we're all fresh faced and that at the beginning of the day, and then there's one of us lying on our fronts on the bed at the end of the day where we're kind of still smiling but so tired. But we had such a laugh. We really did have such a laugh. It was so lovely to see each other again. And I'm actually going to be, I've ordered some yarn because I'm going to be knitting Eunice some socks for her. So yeah, and while she was here I also did a crochet little heart for her mum, Yanni, which I'll try and put a picture in at the end again, because that's also on my Instagram page. So you can find me on Instagram, M's Craft and Chat, but just with underscores between the names. And you can find me on Ravelry. I'm Red M 30, or was it Red M's? No, I think it's Red M 36. I feel awful, but I'm gonna have to end it here today. I wanted to do something. I did want to do a little podcast. So I'm hoping that by the time I get around to podcasting next week, hopefully my health will, well, it's not going to improve, but hopefully my pain levels will be better so that I can work on more things and talk to you about them. I did complete, and now I can't remember if this is, I've already mentioned this and I've already shown you a picture, but I did complete the socks that I was doing for my dad. Again, there's a picture on Instagram, so I might put that in here. I haven't worked on any of my cross stitch this week. I think the main thing has been excuse me, is working on Beth's jumper, just a few rows of that, and that's really about it. There's nothing to show you. I'm so sorry. But I thought to myself, shall I bother making a video this week? And then I thought, well, I do have, and I know it's not a lot in the the YouTubing world, but I do have over 50 subscribers, and I didn't want to let you down, because so many of you leave me such lovely comments that I didn't want to kind of let you down and not do a podcast. I just hope that I'm not letting you down by doing this and really not having anything to say or talk about. So I am sorry, guys, but hopefully next week. Now next week, excuse me, I'm supposed to be visiting a friend, Beth. I don't know if I'm going to manage it, because I haven't been able to leave the bungalow for so long. I do have a blood test this coming week. But her and her husband, you know, they suffer with their health, especially Beth, and so she gets that, you know, if I do make it, I'm just going to be transferring from the wheelchair to the car, from the car to their house, and that's it. But you never know, if I do manage it, then maybe I can do a little video with Beth in it, and you'll be able to see who it is I'm talking about when I say Beth. And she's the one that's kindly going to be knitting a pair of socks for a giveaway, and she's the one I'm making the jumper for. She's also the friend that asked me to put the feelers out there about cross stitch for you guys. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here, because I feel like I'm running out of things to say, and I've kind of tried to stretch it out as much as I possibly can, and I cannot anymore. So I'm sorry that this week I haven't been all chirpy and happy like last week. I can't. It's just my body is not letting me. I am really struggling. So I am going to say goodbye, and thank you so much to everybody that leaves me such lovely comments. It is much appreciated. If you have stumbled across me and you like what you see, I'm not always like this. I can be funny sometimes, so I'm told. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Take care, guys, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye for now.